It's a good transition to leave the floor to Sir J.P. Peñol, Commissioner of National Youth Commission, a 20 years old governmental agency which mission is to promote sustainable development policies and program with the Filipino youth. He will be with us. He will tell us about the challenges that Filipino youth are facing nowadays and in very near future. Let's all welcome on stage Sir Peñol.
Thank you very much to a dreamer and now a realist of his dreams, Riandro, for the very warm introduction. Firstly, allow me to thank the LP4Y for the very warm accommodation and invitation to be with us, to be here this evening. We could never say no to an organization which gives focus on young people who is considered the future of the country. Fellow workers in the government, fellow partners, fellow builders of this nation, mga pag-asa ng bayan, the hope of this country, a pleasant evening. Allow me to greet all of you, Happy Youth Day. Because whether you are young, once upon a time young, or always young, today is your day. Because we create our dreams every day. And as we create our dreams every day, we are also fulfilling our dreams for our country and our world. What we do today is a reflection of what we want to see tomorrow. What we do today will make or break the dreams of our forefathers for this great country. This is the Philippines, and we are Filipinos, no one else but us who will be made responsible for our country. The youth has its voice, and it deserves to be heard. That's the main purpose why the National Youth Commission was established 20 years ago by virtue of Republic Act 8044 or the Youth in Nation Building Act. NYC is the sole policy-making and coordinative body for youth affairs. And for the past 20 years, together with our partners, together with all of you, we have championed the causes for young people. Tonight, allow me to share with you numbers which are significant, especially in addressing youth concerns. We will know how to address these issues once we know the numbers. Let me tell you this, that according to the Philippine Statistics Authority in 2012, 22.3% of our youth are living below poverty threshold. That actually increased from 2009, which is at 21.6%, an increase of 0.7%. While economic growth in the Philippines has been recognized to be stable in the past years, opportunities for young people are yet to improve. In 2013, ladies and gentlemen, 1 in every 10 Filipino youth and children are out of school. There are 3 common reasons for such. 22.9% of them entered into union or marriage. 19.2% have insufficient family income. And 19.1% has a general lack of interest in going to school. In fact, out of 10 preschoolers who entered nursery, 9 of them entered grade 1. 8 of them finished grade 6. 7 of them entered high school. 6 of them finished high school. 4 of them entered college. 3 of them graduated in college. And only 1 will get the job. As of 2014, 14% of young people are unemployed. In other words, 4.27 million people, young people nationwide. Well, according to the International Labor Organizations, despite the market improvement in education, 37% or 73 million of the 197 million unemployed worldwide are aged 15 years old to 24 years old. Mostly the barriers are, number 1, economic status of the family. 1 in every 3 young Filipinos discontinue their studies because of family, that the family could not support the educational cost. It is clear here, ladies and gentlemen, that education and economics is directly correlated. Number 2, education, especially in tertiary education. Tertiary enrollment and graduation is only a third of the secondary enrollment, which indicates that difficulty in accessing higher educations. A lot of our young people wants to go to college but cannot afford such. Number 3, vocational and technical education training options. There is actually a lot of big mismatch in the quality of graduates, the course they take, and the industry that they enter. So, what are the government efforts to address such? The National Youth Commission, in partnership with the Department of Education, is implementing the Abot Alam program. This initiative is to bring back out of school children and young people to school, to provide them trainings, and at the same time, to provide them jobs after school. Number 2, the Technical Education and Skills Development Authority, or the TESDA, gives vocational course training as an alternative to higher education. And recently, the Department of Education has implemented the K-12 transition phase from the secondary education. And what are we doing at the same time? New initiatives to increase the numbers, to provide employment to our young people. There are 3. Number 1, policy coherence and strategic allegiance, building among the government, private sectors, and the youth. The government, to frankly speak in front of you, could not do this alone. We need all of you to work together in the government to address these issues, to create policies, to address these concerns from the local to the national level. Second, innovative and sustainable resource mobilization, and that is why we are here today. Whether we belong to any youth organization or any NGO, we must admit that what we do today is for our young people. And number 3, grassroots community building that ensure communities of their ownership to national priorities. If we want to develop a nation, we have to start in the local governments. And if you want to develop a local government, you have to start with young people. And that is why this June 1 to June 4, the National Youth Commission is implementing the National Youth Parliament, which is a convention of more than 200 youth leaders and youth sectoral representatives, including the marginalized, in the grassroots, to present, to discuss, and to create policies to address these kind of issues. At the end of the parliament, these young people will create policies, and we will, the National Youth Commission, will lobby these policies in the form of a law in our House of Representatives and in the Senate. Let me end, ladies and gentlemen, by telling you that if we give our youth and children better life now, we are definitely giving the Philippines and the world a better tomorrow. And we are on a good start. Thank you very much and good evening.